To the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 yards. Ready? Bang, bang, bang.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Murray off play action. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Mike 12, Mike 12. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Mike 12, Mike 12. Hey, defense, let's go. Check Mike 12, Mike 12, Mike 12. I'm coming for you. You mine.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
We own them. We own them.
They begin the drive with Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Let's go. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Kill.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown for Dave.
Paris Campbell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. For the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to get a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And an alley to run. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He's Cody Weber. He's checking Craig.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 66. Pull it. Half. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Murray now on first down. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set, ready. 70 ending. It's our field. It's our field. 23.
On second down, Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. After one, a 14-3 ball game. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun on third down, Murray. It's caught. Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Let's go. Hey, Haywood.
Now Foles. He's got his tight end Fant. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's just me and you.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Foles. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Good. 180. Flat. 56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 8-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist. Check 26. It's run.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Foles. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd
Check 50.
and 2.
Check 50.
At the 33-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Ready. Mike 10. Close. 10's the Mike.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Bengals
Come on, baby. Let's go.
at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Meanwhile,
they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the backer. 10. Check 99. Eyes up.
2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
Hey, silent one.
He'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing now is Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Pick back all day. Don't throw this way.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Going 5-3. Going 5-3.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Throwing again, Murray. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Let's go! Pittsburgh! 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Off.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming after you. Shift. Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
25 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check three.
From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Hey, Keaton.
Hey, Echo. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tim Williams. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
I'm here all day. Check Mike 12. Mike 12, no echo. Just like that. Just like that. 12's the Mike. Come on. Come on.
Shotgun now from Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bengals drive about to get going. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
What we got?
Let's go. Check 52.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180. 13.
Tighten up.
5.
On 2nd and 12, Foles, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, dude.
Back to throw here. It's complete to Fuller. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
On first down, it's Coleman. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Good. 180. Hit him.
56. Run it. Watch the edge.
Go. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing on second down. Foles. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking in zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hatchet. 58, right over there, right over there.
2nd and 9 now. That's caught. It's Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Great. Let's go.
Looking to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Foles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Toss play. This is Smallwood. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the 45 on second down, Foles. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Let's go.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tevin Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Check safety, check safety. Check 43.
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw again on second down. Murray, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Easy.
Check.
Bravo.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This is Coleman looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10.
Watch his flat.
Hey, seam 6.
Foles. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of the